Hello, and welcome to a special bonus episode of Rolling with Difficulty, because at the end of our fabulous solo sessions, our wonderful heroes all leveled up to level 9. Congratulations, wonderful heroes.
Woo! Yes.
As a result, we will be leveling up, rolling some HP, maybe getting a taste of things to come for this character level. So without any further ado, let's begin. I'm just going to go right down the line as they appear on my screen. So, Noir, what's Virla doing for level 9?
Well, let me start by figuring out how much beefier it has. First of all, the Elven Chain brought my dex up from 11 to a whopping 15. So I'm a lot beefier now. Or my AC. Yeah.
Oh.
My dex is still 10. So I'm going to be a lot harder to hit. And I rolled a 5, so I'm going to be even that much harder to hit.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
On my HP, I'm at 51 health points.
Nice.
51, not too shabby. And I believe, so I added the shrink spell to your spellbook, and when I did, it seemed like you also had one fewer. Oh, well, I think you get to add 2 spells to your spellbook and prepare a new wizard spell now. So, do you have any, besides shrink, which you got for free? Are there any spells that you intend to specifically add? Because 9th level unlocks 5th level spells.
I get 5th level spells now, and I think this is pretty appropriate. I'm gonna get create spell gem. No, I'm kidding.
Try and take the Paraspora from me, will you?
Yeah. So I think for my 5th level spell, I want to get synaptic static, which is
that's a nasty one.
And I would get another 5th level spell, but I don't see any lightning things. I don't think so. I can't utilize my element adept, so I might need to check what 4th level or lower spells might be useful. There are some nice ones. I see Polymorph. I see Banishment. I see Arcane Eye. Level 5 also had Scrying, so I could do Scrying.
Scrying is very cool. Scrying does not typically work across planes, though.
Yes,
so
that is true. So maybe Arcane Eye might be better.
Well, you don't have to pick now, but it could always be a surprise.
Sure. I'll think on it. I don't think I have anything else. Certainly nothing from the base wizard class. I don't think I have anything for being an Order of Scribes wizard, though. So.
Yes, just new 5th level spells is pretty feature
beefy
for wizards at this level. Yeah. So, and nothing to sneeze at. So, with that, let's move on to Red. Red, what's Kiana up to?
Kiana's taken her first level in barbarian.
Ooh.
Hell yes.
Multi-class.
She would like to rage.
Yeah, well, we'll get there eventually. Now, we discussed the specific way that these weird things synergize, because there's not a rules as written thing for how exactly rage letting you take advantage on strength checks and saves, and the astral arms letting you use wisdom instead of strength synergize.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time looking into it. First off, there is typically a 13 requirement in strength to multi-class into barbarian, but whenever there's a good diegetic reason to waive those things, I'm always happy to. And the fact that Kiana gets to use, first off, has the Fomorian gauntlets, and second has the ability to use her wisdom in place of strength when she's using her astral form. I decided that was plenty reason to waive that rule. As for how the mechanics work, I did a lot of looking into it several months ago, and by the nearest I can tell, and you can come and argue with me on Reddit. I invite you to.
Don't do that. No.
Invite the challenge.
I know I'll explain my reasoning if so needed, but I believe that it seems reasonable to me.
Fight with me on Reddit. Austin says,
all of the
inviting.
rage, all of the barbarian bonuses that you get from rage, such as being able to attack recklessly with strength, and to add plus bonus to your damage when you are raging, all synergize with the ability to replace strength attacks with wisdom when the astral arms are out. So those things will stack.
Which is good, because they synergize real nicely.
They do synergize very nicely, so I'm excited to see how that works.
Now, of course, level 1 means not too much in the way of fancy class features. I do have rage.
Yes, you get a redundant feature in unarmored defense, which doesn't stack for you.
Sadly,
but you do get your rage, and you get a big old barbarian hit die.
Ooh,
I do. A tasty D12.
Well.
Plus my 2 Constitution modifier, which
Kiana
gives
is
me
becoming-
a tasty 9.
Ooh.
Plus 2, so that's 11, which brings my hit point total up to 64.
She's becoming
Wow.
beefy. Disappointingly,
Holy
Yeah.
That's
Shit.
Finbar levels right there.
5 away from being the nice number, but acceptable nonetheless as a high HP.
If I roll badly enough next level, or if I roll decently on my monk die, who knows?
All right, excellent. With that, I don't think there's any further choices for barbarian there because you don't get a subclass for several levels. So we're gonna head over to Sophia to see what Dani's up to.
So Dani, take another level of artificer because we live a very one-track life. At the 9th level, artificer artillerists get what's called explosive cannon, which is the first of 2 things that makes Dani more of a problem for groups of people. I increase all of the cannon damage rolls by 1d8, and I can also command it to self-destruct, which
Hell yeah.
does force damage if people fail to save. As for spells, always prepared at this level. I get access to level 3 spells, so you know what that means, baby. It's Fireball time!
Woo! Dani's
There we
on
go.
Fireball.
Fireball is
I
always prepared. I have no option to not have Fireball on my spell list. Also Windball, but we know which one of those I'm more excited for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will eat my hat if Windwall comes up even once for Danny.
What is Windball? What is
Windwall.
Windwall.
It makes
Windwall,
exactly
wind,
what it
and
sounds
it
like.
stops arrows from going through and
Yeah.
like pixies.
All
I
right,
actually used
cool.
it to really mess up some pixies once, but that's about all it's
Yeah.
good for. Anyway.
I'm going to
fantastic.
choose to, because the way I know that artificers prepare spells, but I'm too little brain to every day of in-game time go through and actually
Yeah.
change out my spell list. So I kind of treat it like the classes that just learn spells. So I'm going to unprepare Tasha's Caustic Brew because I don't think I've used it even once, and take another 3rd level spell, Dispel Magic, just to kind of add to
Nice.
the toolbox. And as for hit die, I'm
A
adding 5
D8.
points. Bringing
Cool.
Danny's
But you
total.
rolled a 5?
I rolled a 5 on a d8. Danny has a +0 constitution, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
there it
there you
is.
go. Yeah.
45, baby!
Hey-oh!
Okay. Yeah.
Listen,
quite literally.
I love a D&D character that is really, really good at one thing and really, really bad at everything else. And say what you will about Dani, she might do a lot of damage in combat, but also it does not take a lot of damage to make her a non-issue anymore.
I also figured out what other spell I'm getting, and this is
Ooh.
great for synergy purposes. I'm getting Elemental Bane, so I can choose a damage type on an enemy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I can choose an elemental damage type. It removes that resistance to it if they have it. And if they get attacked by that certain type of damage, they get an extra 2d6 in addition to whatever the person rolls.
Yes.
Fearlet
So it
and
works for
Dani,
fire,
one
it works
brain
for
cell.
lightning. Yeah.
Oh, this will finally remove the problem whenever we deal with stuff on the plane of fire. Danny's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
my spell's useless.
Anytime
I think I
Well,
can
my
only do
strongest
it.
attack.
I think I can only do it to one person at a time. But
Yeah. If it's a big bad, though.
Otto
we
better
go.
watch the fuck out.
My crack theory with the way that like resistance averages kind of panned out in D&D 5e is that everyone knew fire was too cool for school, so that's why everything in their mom has a fire resistance.
I think it's
Yeah.
probably the other way around. It's more like every player and their grandmother was like, yeah, I want to sling fireballs. I'm a cool wizard man. I didn't become a wizard not to sling fireballs. And the
I
DM was
didn't
like,
become
all right,
a wizard
fucko.
not to sling fireballs.
Yeah.
Speaking of slinging fireballs, we can just do that at will now.
Years of academy training wasted. Okay.
Oh, plus that
Awesome.
artificer D8, you know fireball is getting used constantly.
And
Good
now that
level
you
to have evasion.
now that your guys' AC is the same, Danny's officially the weak one, the weak link in this chain. So
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
it's no longer a like, oh well, a little more hit points but lower armor class. It's like, oh yeah, let's get her.
You're telling me the chain smoker can't physically keep up with the rest of the party?
Diegetically, Danny has a 10 constitution. Chain smokes.
Excuse you, my constitution is an 11. It's just
Oh,
still
excuse
Okay.
me.
a flat modifier. I needed a dump
Correct.
stat other than wisdom, okay?
Fair enough.
And you went with Constitution.
Yes.
Well, because I learned my lesson because I play a warlock in a different game that made dexterity my dump stat, and that character has like an AC of 11 with armor.
Yeah, that character's always getting smacked around.
So this
We love it. All right.
Incredible.
Let's finish out strong. Wally, what's Finbar up to?
Woo.
He is not going ranger. We're gonna hold off on that extra attack. We're gonna go druid again. And this technically now makes me a 7th level spellcaster. I get one 4th level spell slot. And I have access to some tasty 3rd level spells. So that's the biggest thing that I get. The 2 big spells that I'm looking at are Aura of Vitality. And I believe the other one is, I think I technically have Dispel Magic and no, I think that's it. Yeah, just these 2.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry. Revivify.
I was gonna say,
I was like, I knew it,
are
but
we
I was like,
really
maybe
committing
Finbar
to the
wants keep that
Finbar
one a
doesn't
secret.
resurrect thing?
But yeah, no. It's more of a combat res, so we'll see how that plays out on the pod. But we'll get there when we get there. Also, going to need some diamonds.
Technically,
Yeah, we'll get there when we
Some
get
of you might still have some floating around.
Yeah.
Kiana almost certainly in a pouch somewhere has just like, ooh, diamonds.
I totally do. How many do you need?
500 gold worth?
300 gold.
500
Yeah.
gold worth. Hold
300.
on.
300 gold worth, yes.
300 gold worth?
Yes.
Oh.
Can
Yeah,
you play that
actually
I
still
played
have
tell that I
500
played the
gold
party
worth of
support
diamond.
for 20 levels? It's 300.
For a while, I just kept using them to spend, so I have fewer than the 1,000 that Hera gave us in the first place. But I do still have 500 gold worth of diamonds
Okay,
left.
There you
so
go.
we currently have at least one use of Revivify.
That's 1 and 2.
Sweet.
You could get 1 2/3 friends back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
And hit dice.
Hit
Roll
dice.
that
yes.
D8.
Get
It's just a D8,
stronger.
but I get a +3 to this. Let's go. 6.
All right.
Where you
So
at then?
that brings your total to, what are you, in the 70s?
I was already in the 70s.
You're at 80.
85.
There you
Now,
go.
Oh,
That's my total.
85 at level 9. Not too shabby.
hot dang.
Yeah, that +3 con is going places. And I believe that's it. Yeah, nothing too crazy on his end. No class features. Pretty straightforward.
Awesome. Now I don't get to roll for anyone. Oh, wow. Yeah, unless there's anything else that I won't, any new updates for the character, I think that closes us out for level 9. And study your stuff. You're going to need to know your abilities for what lies to come.
I'm
I
scared,
got it.
Austin. I don't want this to be the Fearless season anymore. Can you go back to being a background character?
Unfortunately, the option for the Virla season and the Dani season are both deeply upsetting.
I'm all good.
We're
I
at
got
risk of they
fireball.
lose the house, or we're
The
playthings
bank
on the
is
cosmic
foreclosing
chessboard.
on the house is the Dani season and the Virla season.
That's
The
yeah.
bank forecloses.
That's what you always get
Mom,
with
we're
the
gonna
sequel,
lose
you know?
the
Oh, yeah.
farm.
Maybe if you hold a
need-
car wash, you
Wait,
can raise enough money.
technically,
Yeah,
level
yeah.
9 is when the proficiency bonus bump goes up, right? So
Oh, yes, you all have a
now
plus
we're
4
all
proficiency
+4.
bonus, which means
So-
saving
Wow.
throws, attack rolls,
Yep.
I was
other
wondering
things.
where that came from.
These all
Yeah, all
go
the-
up.
We're
Yeah.
smarter.
Passive perception is now
Despite your
22.
very best efforts, you are all smarter.
Oh my god, I have a +9 to attack with the
Way,
astral
way
arms
back
now.
when we started this campaign and
Goodness.
I made Dani's character, I gave her proficiency in persuasion instead of intimidation because I thought maybe she'll learn to be a business person.
Yep.
And I looking at the sheet now, I think maybe I should have switched.
There's actually Tasha rules for switching out, for switching
yeah.
stuff out.
Maybe someday. It is kind of funny
So,
that Dani is
look
incredibly
into that.
persuasive. But +5 to persuasion now.
You know, maybe she's trying to be a different kind of business person than Otto is. You know?
Oh, hey, Austin, I have a question.
Yeah.
How can I get those sweet perks that the Lord Devil did, getting to use his charisma skills with intelligence? 'Cause,
that would have just call him up and form a new contract,
all right.
and you can learn. You too can have your soul sold to Asmodeus and become an ancient fiend with enough experience to use your intelligence to shut up.
All right. Well, I'm already in the.
It's gonna be so dated. It's already dated.
Kiana.
I'm already in the service of. What are you doing?
I don't know. I got my COVID.
That's already old. It's
like
already an
so
old
old
TikTok
already.
trend. This is coming out in January, February.
Yeah.
This is gonna be ancient.
Mate, we'll bring it back
What
on
are
the
you
rolling with
referencing?
difficulty TikTok. Audience, I got my COVID booster today, which if you haven't already, go get your COVID booster. What are you doing? It's January.
Yeah,
is
I've been
January!
scheduling my dose right now.
But I'm a
I
little
might be
out
able
of
to
it.
go in like an hour. We'll see.
Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet, guys. This is
Yeah.
when I'm recording, by the way.
So I'm not on TikTok. What are we referencing?
It's
No,
an
there's no
audio,
word. You're
and that's
missing
really
nothing.
all
How
you
do
need
you
to
know
know. It's an
TikTok?
audio, and they say some names.
It's just singing devil names, and instead of usually
It will
usually
be
it is
stale.
accompanied by visuals of like freeze frame cat
Cats.
pictures
Yeah.
at like
Cats
the
or
most
dogs,
unflattering times. So.
I will,
Yep.
audience, if I
see.
have not done this by January, hold me to it. I will use that audio on a TikTok on the Rolling with Difficulty account that has, as of this recording date, not posted anything ever.
This is.
It may very
going to
well
be
be
strange.
the only thing on that TikTok, but I will use that audio so that you can have a reference point for what I'm talking about, audience.
So it's such an old trend by November of 2022. No one's gonna know what we're talking. It's gonna fucking
okay.
be like I don't know, like Young Gravy gets arrested for DUI with Addison Rae's mom. That's gonna be the trend now. That's it. I don't know. That's my gift
That's a
of
decent-
prophecy, y'all.
Was that
That's
a
a
called
decent
shot?
guess, though. That's a
That's a
decent
shot
guess,
to
though.
call.
Did you just
Yeah.
Babe Ruth pointed to the stands?
Yep.
Oh, we're talking about baseball. We gotta cut this. We've
Shut
all
up.
leveled up. Thank
What
you
is
guys so much
happening?
for joining this level up. We will be back to your regularly scheduled episodes on Friday. So peep that episode 3. See what adventures
Yeah,
we get
peep
up
that.
to. Peep that. Get it trending. I
Don't
need
just
to
watch.
go to bed.
Keep it.
Yeah.
It's astounding.
Alright.
You're normally already the force of chaos. I just don't know how it's more extreme tonight.
Well,
It's a different flavor.
it's different flavor. Yeah. But thank you guys for listening
It's
to.
like producer Sophia's on holiday while Gremlin Sophia's taking the full wheel, assuming direct
I
control.
wanted pastina, and all I could find was Campbell's chicken and star soup. So we're already operating at
This
half
is-
capacity.
45
We
seconds.
gotta
Every
end this
TV
episode.
trend.
Yes,
This is every
no.
TV trend where like the normally like very composed or organized person when they get sick just becomes like the most inept person
Super
ever,
loopy, yeah.
and they have to rely on the support of the rest of the group to
So
get them through
where's
the day.
my
Anyway,
support to end this episode, guys?
Well,
Yeah, thank you
Sorry,
very
much
much.
for this.
roasting your low AC.
Noir,
Bye.
you're correct. It's very much like the. Oh, sorry. Bye, everyone. Bye.
goodbye. It's time to go.